Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone at Ruel. And Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved. I'm the brother Caleb from the GMS UK London Forecasters Camp, back with another lesson to help edify those of which I spoke of. So I've got an article here from Fox Houston 26, and this is another abuse story. This time we're going to the Northern Kingdom. You know, you so-called Latinos, you know, Hispanics, you know, Native Americans, you're not exempt from the curses, you know. And the curses talk about a woman being cruel towards her husband of her bosom and towards the little one that cometh from between her feet. That's a curse in Deuteronomy 28 and I believe verse 56, if I'm not mistaken. Brought it out so many times recently, let me get it again. Yeah, this is the one. It says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground, for delicateness and tenderness her eye shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and towards the son, and towards her daughter, and towards the young one that cometh out from between her feet, and towards her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for the want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in thy gates. So let's go into the article now. Katie mum arrested for allegedly beating children with a dog leash and making threats. Now this took place on the 14th of February, or I should say this was published on the 14th of February. The brief, it says, Ebony Gonzalez, a 32-year-old woman from Katy, was arrested for allegedly beating her 4 children with a dog leash and threatening to burn them. The incident occurred on February the 12th after Gonzalez became angry over a piece of tissue on the floor, leading to visible injuries on the children. And that's what caught my eye about this story, because I mean, the scriptures talk. Let me get this one. False balance is an abomination. Proverbs 11 and verse 1. Proverbs 11 and verse 1 says, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. Now, a piece of tissue on the floor, what you've got to understand is that you're dealing with children. You know, they're children, they play. You know, they might make a mess sometimes. Sometimes it's not intentional on a child's part. You know, the child might genuinely forget that they did something. You know, so let's say a piece of tissue was dropped on the floor. Is it so hard to pick it up and put it in the bin? Why do you need to resort to beating 4 children with a dog leash to the point where they've got visible injuries on them over a piece of tissue? You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is why oftentimes you need a man in a situation to help bring that balance, because women can be cruel, women can be wicked. Let's get that one. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. I believe that's Sirach 25. Just pulling it up here. Yes, Sirach 25 and verse 19 says this. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman, let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Yeah. So let's read this article. Ebony Gonzalez, a 32-year-old woman, I read that part. Gonzalez bond is set to 10,000 for each charge, with conditions prohibiting unsupervised contact with her children. So it says a Katy woman has been arrested after the authorities say she beat her 4 children with a dog leash and threatened to burn them. What we know. Ebony Gonzalez, 32, appeared in a probable cause court Monday, facing charges of injury to a child. A judge set her bond at $10,000 for each charge, with conditions barring her from contacting her children. Details of the alleged abuse incident. Timeline. According to the court documents, one of Gonzalez's children told their friend to report the alleged abuse to the police, which took place on February the 12th at a residence on the 2500 block of Katy Hockley Road near Morton's Ranch Road. Authorities said Gonzalez became angry after finding tissue on the floor when none of her 4 children, ages 11, 8 and 6, admitted to leaving it there. She allegedly struck them with a dog leash, turned on a stove, and threatened to burn their hair. What kind of madness is this? Officers reported visible welts and bruises on 2 of the children. A 3rd child told police Gonzalez pulled her hair and kicked her. The 4th child declined to speak, but showed visible marks, authorities said. As part of her bond conditions, Gonzalez is prohibited from unsupervised contact with children. Gonzalez has no prior criminal history. So it's just a short one. And they haven't showed a picture of her hair. But if you see the picture, it's a Northern Kingdom woman. And, these curses that are upon us are no joke, man. They're no joke. I read in Deuteronomy 28 and 56 about how the woman will be cruel towards the little one that cometh between her feet. And, I'm seeing so many cases across this past week of, just really poor conduct by us Israelites. You Israelites being you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, and West Africans predominantly. It's just really, really sad. But, in the kingdom, none of these things are going to be an issue, because we're going to be delivered from these curses, and, all Israel shall be righteous, and, these things are going to be a thing of the past. The thing of Jake having a broken home, and the children's just being raised by a single parent, that's going to be a thing of the past. That ain't going to be a thing in the kingdom of heaven, man. So this is why we need Yahweh Shai to come back sooner than ever, because we can't be going on like this, man. A lot of Israelites have a story of, abuse from their parents. It's not an uncommon thing, and a lot of it goes unreported a lot of times. As children, we just have to sit there and take it, until we become of age where we're able to, get away from abusive family members, and take care of ourselves. It's a very common thing, man. Very common thing. So let me get another precept here. See what else I've got. Yeah, this is a good one. Sirach 25 and 16 says, I would rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman, man. I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon. Imagine that. You'd rather go in the lion's den like Daniel, and stare down a lion than to keep house with a wicked woman, man. Especially with a wicked woman that is essentially a law unto herself, not accountable or answerable to anybody. That's the trouble when you have these women alone in the house with, 3, 4 children, trying to raise them by themselves. A lot of times these women can't cope, and they might be going through, mental issues that are unchecked, unresolved. And then sometimes they just, blow their top and unleash hell on their children over the smallest, offenses and infractions. All too common, man. All too common. But as I said, man, we need deliverance from this thing. And also, ultimately, Esau has a part. Esau's going to pay for this, because Esau's the one who set a lot of these situations up where, giving custody over to the mother, not allowing parental rights to the fathers. Esau's the one who essentially destroyed the Israelite household and has kept it in a destroyed state, So he's going to have to pay for what he's done. And what's going to happen in the kingdom is he's going to be under these curses, and he's going to be the one catching hell, and he's going to be the one suffering, and he's going to be the one having to labor and suffer slavery to build up our kingdom. So everything that he's done unto us is going to be returned unto him. And that's justice, because there's a scripture which says, that which have been, hang on, let me get it rather than roughly paraphrase it. Just pulling it up here. Ecclesiastes 3:15. It says, that which have been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High requireth that which is past. Let's read that again. That which have been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High requireth that which is past. So Esau's going to pay for it, man. Esau's going to pay for it. So yeah, man, just another quick video about, this abuse that's taking place and is being exposed. A lot of things are being exposed, because just as Esau is being exposed before his kingdom goes down, the Israelite woman is being exposed, and all the dirt's coming out. People are seeing, what's really going on. So, everything has to be exposed before the end comes, and this is just a part of that. So with that, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Wahakodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect destined to be saved. And I'll catch you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Shalom for now.